Please welcome Marqise Lee.
Oh, bear with me. Sorry. Good afternoon to the Trojan family, the incredible student athletes here today, and most importantly, the families who made this possible. First, I want to thank God. Before I get into my story, let me start by saying we did it. We officially graduated from the most prestigious university in the world, the University of Southern California. We turned doubt into belief. We made people who believed in us proud, and yeah, we proved a lot of people wrong the way. So take this moment, soak it in, and give yourself the respect you earned for the work that you put in today. Because standing here in front of you guys today at this moment means everything that I can imagine. To understand what this moment means to me, you must first understand where I started. I was raised in Inglewood, California by a mother who was fully deaf, strong, loving, but constantly judged by the people who didn't understand her. My father, who was also fully deaf, wasn't really present in my life. When I was about 5 years old, I remember the police kicking down our doors and being taken away from my mom. I didn't understand why, or we might never be with each other again. At that age, you don't really understand what's happening. You just know that your world is going to change, and it did. I was separated not only from my mom, but from my siblings as well. We were split up, placed in different homes with different families. It's a life of uncertainty, moving from house to house, family to family, not never really knowing where you're going to be at next or who you're going to be with. I've been in houses where I felt unwanted, homes where people just was in it for the check and didn't really care about what happened to me. Between foster cares, I had the opportunity to live with my grandma. I thought it was going to be a situation that finally changed everything for me and my sister, but it turned out to be another version of foster care. Yeah, I was around family, but at what cost? When we end up living in a motel, not a hotel, a motel for 3 years. Imagine having to look both ways, run into the motel room, hoping none of the kids from school see where you're staying, or sitting in class silent where the teacher is talking about your uniform and asking why your shirt is so dirty, not having the words to explain that it's the only one you have for the year. Or getting dropped off at a neighbor's house, thinking you're going to be there for a couple days, but instead having the family take you and your sister in because deep down inside you don't know if anybody's coming back to get you. Excuse me. That makes you question your worth. It makes you feel like you started life already behind, like you don't even have a foundation to stand on. I remember feeling lost, confused, asking myself, why am I here? And the hardest question is, how am I supposed to make it out of this? But I also experienced the other side of foster care system, people who showed me what real love looked like. Families like the Floreses and the Hesters were different. They showed me that love, stability, and support don't always come from where you expect it to. And just because you didn't grow up with it doesn't mean you can't experience it. It proves that there is never really a perfect home, but it's what you makes out the cards that you dealt with. I remember thinking, there's no way this is real. After everything I've been through, all the instability, all the doubt, I finally started to feel something that I've been missing all my life. I felt seen, loved, and it changed something in me. It made me start believing in my life and different. And I honestly felt like I mattered. It wasn't until high school that something finally just started to change, when I found something that gave me structure, purpose, and direction. Sports became that outlet, a place where I can take everything that I've been through, the confusion, the anger, the pain, and turn it into something positive. I started building relationships with people who pushed me, supported me, and believed in me. And being in that environment changed how I saw myself. My confidence started to grow. I began to look at life different. Growing up in college, Growing up, college was never a thought for me. It was never something that I saw. It was something that I thought I could never possibly attain. But once I started believing in myself and surrounding myself with the right people, my mindset started to shift it, and I knew I could make it to college. I was blessed to earn a scholarship to the University of Southern California. And for me, that decision was bigger than football. I wanted to stay closer to my sister to make sure she was good, be there for just in case if something came up. But also at the same time, I didn't know how far football was going to take me. So therefore, I didn't know how far football was going to take me, so I just knew that if the game didn't work, the degree would. I needed something that somebody can take from me. When I got to USC, I found more just a team, I found a family. I built friendships with people who pushed me every day, who motivated me to be great, and who held me accountable. And once I stepped into that field, it started to happen fast. I earned the opportunity to start as a freshman, and that point on, I never looked back. I became freshman All-American. The following year, I won the Blendikoff, and with all that success, my focus shifted. Finishing school and getting my degree was no longer the forefront of my mind. Football was taking over everything, and all I wanted and all I was thinking about was being financially stable for the first time. I knew I had the opportunity in front of me, so I took it. I entered the draft, and I was blessed to get selected to Jacksonville in the second round while playing 7 years in the league. Within those 7 years, my counselor Heather Bell, never stopped believing in me. She constantly checked in, texting me, reminding me that school is still there waiting for me whenever I was ready. At first, I entertained the conversation just to get off my back. I knew I wasn't coming back. So then Heather never stopped. She never gave up. Eventually, she reached out to my wife. Anyone who truly knows me know my family is everything. My wife and my kids are the reason behind every decision I make, every sacrifice I take on, and every goal I continue to chase. There is nothing in this world more important than being the best husband and father I can be. This degree was never about me. It was never about me, it was about them. It was about creating a better future for my family and showing my kids what perseverance looked like, and proving that no setback is bigger than your purpose. In 2025, I moved my family back and enrolled in the summer and fall classes to finish my degree in sociology. It wasn't easy. After leaving USC over 10 years ago with a 1.8 GPA, I knew I had a lot of work to do. I had to earn 2 A's and 3 B's just to stay on track, which for me, I ain't never done that at USC before, not gonna lie to you guys. But I made sure to apply myself in every way possible. I created a schedule, asked for extra tutoring, got to know my professors, and leaned on the support system around me. In the end, I didn't just meet the requirements, I earned all A's. This journey forced me to rebuild my confidence, learn how to be vulnerable, and stop being afraid to ask for help. Most importantly, to remind me that the real strength comes from the people standing beside you. My wife carried me through this process in ways that I couldn't fully explain. There's no way I could have done this without her. While I was trying to rebuild my academic and mental, she held everything down at home. She locked in with the kids and handled responsibilities without any complaints. She kept our family grounded and gave me the space and support I needed to commit fully to school. And because of her, I was able to stay disciplined, stick to my schedule, show up to tutoring sessions and meet my counselors, and be present to every class and assignment. When I felt overwhelmed or doubted myself, she reminded me of who I was and what I was capable of. To my wife and kids, thank you for the man that you made me today. You gave me purpose. You gave me a forever why. To Heather and Marqise, my dogs. Thank you for the late night calls. Thank you for the editing papers and believing in me during moments where I didn't believe in myself. And to the graduating class, dream big, but stay grounded. Bet on yourself even when nobody else does. Don't let failure convince you that your story is over, and never be ashamed of the journey. Because the one day, the very thing that you survived on may be the very reason that somebody else survived too. Today we graduate, but tomorrow we lead, we build. We fight for our families and we become example for the people after us. And if a kid from Inglewood who grew up in foster care, lived in a motel, doubted himself, left school with a 1.8 GPA and still found his way back here to earn all A's, and I can do it, there's no limit to what any of us in this room can accomplish. Congratulations to the class of 2026, we made it.